17 got some changes. Let's talk about them. 17 can now chain into 3H directly from 5H. This gives him a new anti-reflect if 5H is reflected. Medium finishing driver is now frame 1 invincible against projectiles. Profiting off of zoning with reverse gear is now much easier, and projectile Oki against 17 might be a bit worse. Medium fake out now travels backwards. An odd change in my opinion, but it has potential for retreating in pressure sequences. Heavy finishing driver now has full invincibility from frame 4. This is a massive buff to his defensive capabilities. 17 now has two new driver specials in the form of heavy second gear, and heavy fake out. Heavy second gear is an overhead with 19 frames of startup, and heavy fake out has 17 jump over his opponents, even if they're against the corner. This is a big change for his solo offense, as not only are both options very hard to react to, he still has all his other options I've listed in my guide. With these changes, he now has solo left-right level 3 mix-up, and thanks to heavy finishing driver he can bait wake up spark when going cross-up. When going same side, he can use his heavy finishing driver to OS against reversals and spark in a similar manner to his barrier OS. 17 now has a heavy version of Power Blitz Charge, and Power Blitz. Heavy Power Blitz Charge is a 9-frame advancing special which has 17 charge 2 Power Blitzes. Otherwise it is functionally the same as his regular charge. Heavy Power Blitz compared to regular Power Blitz ground bounces on hit, has the ability to OTG, is faster and more advantageous from a range, and has the second projectile track to the opponent. This is another major buff which boosts his combo potential and neutral potential. It also allows him to convert off special tag moves that cause knockdowns, namely overheads, or air combo enders. Due to universal changes, he can now chain JH and J2H from JS. This change has greatly strengthened his pressure, and more importantly, his combo potential. 17 is now capable of building over 2 bars by himself while also doing over 5k in damage without resources. His B assist has received a change in positioning. He now spawns further from full screen, but still has the same issues in mid-screen block strings. His endgame super is now a frame 4 reversal. Not really anything special since his barrier explosion is frame 1 and hits faster from point blank, and full screen. I guess you can DHC into someone else with that super, but otherwise it's nothing noteworthy. The general buffs 17 has received are very good and elevates his strength, but he has also largely profited off of universal changes. His reward from getting hits has improved, his solo offense is better, his defense is better, and his ability to fight long range is better. Not to mention that while he's in Spark, he can become an absolute monster to block since he has revolving plus frames, thanks to Power Blitz Charge being directly cancelable into Power Blitz. And to top it all off, some of his best partners have been strengthened as well. Before, people would put 17 at the highest tier, namely due to his barrier assist, even though the character himself was nowhere close in strength compared to the characters he shared the tier with. But as of now, I can comfortably say that 17 himself is most definitely a top tier. The biggest win out of all this however, is that my hour-long guide is still useful.